My name is Sean Thomas, and I'm the author of Be More Today, a 40-day guide to a better version of you. As doctor of physical therapy, I've seen thousands of people do great things. They came to me with ailments, physical ailments, pain, issues, and they got through them, all because they decided in their mind they were going to do it. And I guarantee you, if you just trust the process and be persistent, you too can be the best version of you. Have you ever been out and about with nowhere to stash your keys and ID so you can be hands-free? Whether you're running errands, traveling, or hitting the trail, Spy Belt is the belt that goes where you go. Made with stretchable fabric and a low-profile design, Spy Belt is your perfect companion to keep your essentials secure without bouncing or chafing. Choose from several prints and colors in the original, a wider band in the Pro versions, or the newest Spy Belt, Whiteout, an all-white belt that is perfect for summer. Visit www.spybelt.com to get your Spy Belt today. Run smart, run free, run with Spy Belt. Don't let aches and pains hold you back from living your life. At Jack Physical Therapy, our experienced clinicians create a personalized treatment plan that fit each and every patient's needs uniquely. Whether it's recovering from an injury or enhancing your performance, we've got you covered. With over 150 locations throughout New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, there is sure to be a Jag Physical Therapy location near you. Visit jagpt.com and book an appointment today to get back the life you love. That's jagpt.com, jagpt.com.
Welcome to the Be More Today show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our show today. Now, let's hear it from our host, Dr. Sean Thomas.
What's going on, folks? We're again, Dr. Sean Thomas, back with Be More Today show. We are back in the building. And folks, we are definitely here in the fall time. October is here. The weather is changing, and it is marathon season. I feel it. Chicago's, the NYC, they're all going down. And the Be More Today show continues to go down as well. Now in our 6th season, continuing to be more for our community. We're still here. BeMoreToday.com is still a movement, with our More merch store still open. My first and second book, Be More Today and Project More, is still out there doing good things. If you do not have my books, go on Amazon, check those books out, or get a signed copy from me directly at BeMoreToday.com. I love sharing my books with you guys. Please continue to support the movement. And now for the fall season, we're doing a little discount for the books. So book one, Be More Today, is $15, and Project More is $20. So if you get both books together, you can get both books together combined for $30. $30 for 2 books? Come on, man. Let's do this thing. But Be More Today is continuing to go out there. And again, the show is now everywhere, heard in 97 countries, over 76,000 downloads, and continues to be a beacon of hope for those who are trying to be more on a regular basis, heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course on YouTube as well. So go out there and support us on Instagram and on Facebook, BeMoreToday.show, BeMoreToday.pt, and your boy here at Dr. Sean Thomas. Sponsors, thank you so much as always. Spy Belt, the best running belt in the business. Kim and her team does a great job of putting out great products out there. So grab your Spy Belt today. And of course, Jag Physical Therapy for always being the premier PT clinic that's in the tri-state area. Now almost 168 locations, doing big things, and grateful to be a part of this great movement of PTs who are celebrating this month, National Physical Therapy Appreciation Month. So all my PTs out there, I salute you. You're doing great things as always. Let's continue to help others be more and to be better as we continue to get older and wiser and stronger. Let's keep moving. Our quote for today is very simple as always. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Folks, that's said by Mahatma Gandhi. And I am very, very grateful and thankful to be a part of the running community. As you guys know, I run with a group called Spartan Sunday Run Club. We've been running for the last 15 years officially. We've been doing Spartan races for about 15 years. It'd actually be our 15th year anniversary next year, but it's been 14 years really. But we've been doing Spartan races and road races for a long time. And as a run coach, as a physical therapist, um, as a fitness enthusiast, marathons have been my safe haven, my safe space since about 2019. From running the NYC Marathon, running Chicago, running Berlin, London, Tokyo. There's been one race that has been the race that I had to do to finally complete my Abbott Six, the world major marathons, the six major marathons. I know we have Sydney out there. I didn't go to Sydney this year because just trying to hold back on traveling so much this year. And I got in, but did not go. But hopefully I'll get in a different year and go a different year. Or maybe not. Because that was never really my focus to do Sydney. I mean, Sydney and the other ones that are coming down the pike that had not been added yet are going to be now the nine major marathons. But I've been focused on the six for a long time. The World Six, the Abbott World Six, the six world majors has been in my mind for the longest time. And I am proud to say that I have an opportunity and a spot to run the 2026 Boston Marathon on Monday, April 27th. Yes, 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 yes. I hear the cheers and the snaps. I'm very, very grateful and excited to finally be able to complete my world major journey. And I've talked about this with a number of people on the show who've done it, who've gotten there. And I tried hard to qualify last year, but actually this year I tried hard to qualify. And things just didn't happen. I got sick during the Tokyo race. I trained the most I'd ever trained. I ran so many miles per week, more than ever before, and did so much research on training and nutrition and dieting and all these different things. And it was good. I was ready. I was in tip top shape. Ran my first ultra marathon with Black Men Run last year or this year in January and was in really good shape. But then, as you know, game time comes and it's game time decisions. And no matter how you train, sometimes things just happen. We had people who ran in Berlin this year and trained hard, but came back with the conditions being so humid and hot. It threw off the race and people did not perform the way they wanted to. But I have decided in my mind, no matter what you do out there, no matter how hard you train, and no matter what happens on the course, finishing the race is amazing. Showing up for the race is amazing. The training by itself is amazing. The discipline you put into that thing to be great at that craft is exceptional. And shout out to all those who finished Berlin, even with the crazy heat. Spartan Laurel, who was one of the ones that we had from our run club who went out there and finished that race. She said it was brutal. And so many other people, my guy Hector from Dragons also had said he had a hard time out there. And it was tough, but they all finished it. They all finished it. So shout out to all you guys. And I decided no matter what happens in this 44th, soon to be 45th year of my life, the training is amazing. Dedication to this craft is incredible. And finishing the race is amazing, right? It's awesome. It's a great feat. Again, the 1% of people who are going to go out there and finish this marathon. And I would have finished my 10th marathon by doing Boston in April of next year. But I'm just more excited, not so much about the running, but about being able to do it for a cause. And the cause that I'm running with is called Stride for Stride. Now, Stride for Stride, for those who don't know, is a nonprofit running organization that buys race bibs for immigrant, BIPOC, and low-income runners. Their goal is to make race more accessible and more diverse. And they say there's no reason why money should prevent you from getting to the starting line, especially when crossing the line could change your life. They have done so many things since being launched in November of 2018. And since then, they've grown to a team of 430 runners from 27 countries: Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Colombia, Ecuador, Panama, Brazil, Chile, Venezuela, Paraguay, Peru, the DR, Cuba, Jamaica, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Kenya, the Ivory Coast, Taiwan, Morocco, Bosnia, and so many more, including India and, of course, the US. And in 2025, Stride for Stride launched Mental Health in Stride to provide free mental health therapy to anyone on the team who needs it. So all those team members get a chance to have mental health for free. Stride for Stride was launched again in November, and they've done so many great things. And I'm just happy to be a part of this team. The goal is to raise $9,500. That's right, $9,500 by April 27th. And I've already almost raised $1,000 in about 10 days. So anyone who's already contributed to this cause, I appreciate you. I salute you so much. I thank you in advance. And I'm excited. I've done a number of charity races, trying to raise funds for these different marathons, right? London was that with Sense, which was amazing. And, Tokyo with ADRA was also a fundraiser. We raised funds for ADRA, who does a number of things for relief for people around the world. Sense for those who have um, disabilities or challenges when it comes to vision and others. And it's been great to be able to run for a cause, to run not just for myself, but for others. And I'm going to inspire you, yes, to be a part of my marathon journey to get to my sixth world major marathon. I'm going to have my link also in the show notes if you want to contribute to my cause. So I'll have the link in the show notes for the rest of this year into next year. Because again, I have to raise $9,500. Actually, 9,501 I put 9,501 to do a great cause for others to be able to run and for others to receive mental health as well. Every team member gets that. And I'm excited to be a part of that, especially in this crazy time where we are um, not knowing what's happening tomorrow, not knowing what's happening even today when it comes to our safety and our care. It's great to know that there are organizations out there who are continuing to go out there and do great things for others. And my guest on today's show is the embodiment of that. She is someone who's been on the show before. She's also a runner and someone who I've grown to have a great friendship with. Whenever I see her, big smiles come on my face. Actually, I was honored by um, our organization, Heights and Hills, along with Jack Physical Therapy, 2 years ago as one of the people at our gala. And I'm super excited to have her back on the show today, talk about the great work that Heights and Hills continues to do and the great stuff that's happening in terms of running that we're going to be doing as well. So, our next guest on the Be More Today show is Carrie Bloss, Executive Director of Heights and Hills, again, supporting Brooklyn's older adults. And at this time, I'm going to bring her on the show so you too can know why I love her so much. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets included, please welcome back to the show my good friend, a fellow runner, and the Executive Director of Heights and Hills, Carrie Bloss. Carrie, what is going on? Welcome back to the Be More Today show. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good. It's so good to see you, Sean. Thank you for having me here again. I appreciate it.
No problems. Good to have you back. I love seeing you. I love working with you. It's been a number of years we've been together, doing things in the community together, but also with Heights and
Yeah.
Hills and running as well. And love the work you've been doing over the last couple of years. It's been a great time to collaborate with you on community work. And I'm happy to have you on the show. So welcome back.
Thank you.
So, listen, I want to get right into it. There are a number of things that are happening in this fall season. But for those who might not remember the great work that Heights and Hills has done or is doing, can you share with listeners again what Heights and Hills is about and what we do?
Yeah. Heights and Hills was founded in 1971 by members of the community who were concerned about older adults in their neighborhood who didn't have the resources to age successfully. So that has been our mission, to create successful aging in Brooklyn. And successful aging means that you have enough support to be able to live independently if you so desire, that you have the financial means to do that, that you have access to nutritional foods that both sustain you and meet your individual needs from either health or religious or other reasons that you may live on a restricted diet. That you have socialization so that you're not isolated, which we know impacts people's mental health, and every other aspect of someone's life that allows them to be their whole person. So Heights and Hills has been doing that for over 50 years, and we're going to keep going.
Amazing, amazing. I love the work that we're doing together. Again, I'm one of the board members on this committee with Heights and Hills, and I love the fact that we're always giving back. I mean, it makes us feel really, really good to do that. And I know for you, you've done so much work in terms of community and really
Right.
trying to make sure the Heights and Hills is doing things in the past, but also in the future. So, what are some of the things that we can look forward to for Heights and Hills doing in the next couple of years? What's the
Yeah.
vision of the future for Heights and Hills?
So for the last few years, I will go a little bit into the past just to set it up for the future. The last few years, one of the things we focused on is making sure that the staff that we have best can serve or can best serve the community that we work in. Brooklyn is one of the most diverse communities in the country, if not the world. And we serve neighborhoods where there are so many languages spoken, where there are people from all over the world, and we've made a huge push to make sure that the staff that we have, as best as possible, speak the languages that are spoken in our community. So, for example, I was looking at our caregiver program, which supports the friends and family who care for an older adult in their life. Every single person who works in that program, all of whom are master's level social workers,
Mm,
um, either speak another language other than English. 57% of them are bilingual or trilingual. And those who aren't multilingual were actually not born in the United States.
mm,
So they were born in countries where they speak English, but so they're coming from other communities.
right.
What that means is that when we speak to people, and when I say we, I mean our team, when they're talking to people, they can speak to them in their native language. They can speak about a shared culture, and it allows people to just I think it allows people to more easily trust the information that they're getting. It breaks down a barrier. I can think of one example where we had an older adult who we were supporting both him and his caregiver.
Hmm.
His son was the caregiver, and they're Haitian. The father has dementia, and the caregiver doesn't believe that dementia is a thing.
Right.
He said, culturally, that is not how it is in my home. This is
Hmm.
not real. Um, our social worker, who born in the U.S. but fluent in Haitian Creole and from that community, his parents were from there, and so he was able to talk to him about the situation going on with his dad. Never said the word dementia, but
Mm,
said, these are things that are going on with your father. These are
yeah.
things that we have to anticipate are going to get worse. And the way he could talk to him about it, the son put those barriers down and finally accepted help.
Mm,
Um, and so, like, that's just one example, I think, of the way that being of the community allows us to really support people in such a meaningful way. The other thing that's happened in Brooklyn is this huge growth in older adults, and you see it across the United States. Every baby boomer is now 60
yeah.
and older. And they are, the mouse in the snake. They're every year they've always moved through. And so
Yeah.
now they're older adults.
Yeah.
And thanks to medicine and advancements, they are going to live a long time. And they're going to need a lot of support. And so when we were founded in 1971, Brooklyn had about the same population in total number than it does today. Except back then, 12% of the population was older adults, and now
Mm,
16% is older adults. And that number is going to keep growing. And so we have to be ready to support people as they continue to age. And so in the last year alone, we've seen a 27% increase in the number of people we're supporting who are homebound older adults. Um, it's only going to get bigger
right.
because not everyone who's an older adult needs that kind of care yet. But as people age, we're going to need more of it. And so now what we're focused on is doing community outreach. So a few years ago, we added an outreach worker for our caregiver program. She is focused on neighborhoods where we are not serving caregivers at the same level as other neighborhoods. So And it's not because there's a different, there's no older adults in those communities.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
because they either don't recognize themselves as caregivers, or they don't want help, or they don't know help exists. And so she spends a lot of time out in the community, going to um, medical offices, going to community health fairs, going to religious organizations,
Yeah.
making presentations, tabling, all of that, to make sure that people know that they can get help. Um, about a year ago, we then added outreach for our case management program, which supports homebound older adults. And again, that outreach is making sure that somebody who is home, who needs home delivered meals, who maybe they can get out here and there, but they are really struggling to feed themselves, not purely from a financial perspective, but because maybe they can't open cans anymore. Their hands
Mm.
have started to atrophy a bit through just the natural process of aging.
Yeah.
And so they're having trouble feeding themselves, and all of those things that maybe they just need a little support so they can get lunch every day delivered by our partners that we set up. But it just takes the burden off of them of one additional meal that they need to provide for themselves, things like that. And knowing that those kinds of supports exist, is the first step.
Hmm.
So a lot of people don't realize that they qualify for services. They don't know services exist, and so we've been doing a lot of outreach. So again, we have a trilingual outreach worker out in the community. She speaks English, Spanish, and Mandarin.
Mm.
And she is just out there making sure that any older adults or their loved ones know that they can get this help. She's also doing a lot of work to recruit new volunteers. We expanded our volunteer program a year ago, to we reach all the way to Coney Island now, and Brighton Beach. And so we need to find volunteers in those communities. And she's out there making sure that people know this is a great way to contribute, to make a friend, to have better connections to somebody in your neighborhood. You can go grocery shopping for them. You can go hang out and cook a meal together, talk about a shared interest, things like that. And it's beautiful. We have hundreds of volunteers who work with us every year, and we always want more.
Amazing. Amazing. Carrie, take a minute and talk about the Center for the Aging, because that's a really thing
Yeah,
that I love to talk about and share with my own clients and their caregivers. So,
absolutely. So 5 days a week, the Park Slope Center for Successful Aging is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We have exercise classes every day, from sort of the gentler chair yoga to bodies in motion with Quinn on Fridays, which is our most popular class. We've got some of them are dance classes, some, with different scarves to make the movement more fun. There's weights, there's a wide variety of exercise classes, which I love. Qigong, everything. We've got it all. Latin dance. It's really fun. Then we've got arts programming. We have a knitting and crocheting group that meets once a week, and these ladies just get together. They talk. They make things for themselves, for each other. They actually make hats and scarves for foster youth every
mm,
fall, which I love.
mm,
And we bring in local artists of various types. We have a chorus. We bring in, God, you name it, we've got it. We have, once a week we do karaoke.
yeah.
They'll watch movies together. There's talk, discussion groups. It's great. We also have a computer lab available if somebody doesn't have a computer at home. We have tech help once a week. You can bring in your cell phone
Hmm.
if you're having a little trouble with it, and somebody can sit there and help you figure out what the problem is, or learn a new skill on the phone or laptop or an iPad.
Yeah.
We serve lunch every day. There's always a vegetarian option. One day a week, it's a plant-based meal. Um, and then we have social workers on staff. The director of the program is a social worker, and we have lots of social work interns there. so that the point of the program is community and to come together and stay active and make friends.
Mm,
But people come in and we start to hear about they're having problems paying their rent and they need some support figuring out how to prevent an eviction,
mm,
or they realize that their rent is going up and they don't know how to apply for the benefits that they need that would help support them.
right.
So we've got social workers there to help with those very practical things, but we can also, have conversations with people, help connect them to mental health services, make other referrals. And I think that is, um, it's a quieter part of the program.
Mm,
The exercise and dance classes and all of that are definitely the thing that people come for, and the lunches, of course.
yeah.
But that's just a really nice support that's there that people don't think about, that I think is really special.
Yeah, again, that's right on the block where I go to church. So I pass by it pretty much every week, and I love always peeking in during the week and seeing what's going on. And I say to my patients all the time, if you want some place to go, this is the place to go. I want to go myself. Shoot, let me
I
go and get
know.
some classes myself. Show me how to use my own phone. But that's amazing. That's amazing. And I love Heights and Hills for all the things you talked about. And the one thing I know is that we can always have more support. We can always have more support from our community because you're doing so much for community. We should be able to give back. So every year, there's always this 5K run. And I know that you've been doing this for a while. I hopped in there a couple of years as well. Talk to us about this 5K run, virtual or in person, that people can be a part of that's
Yeah,
happening this month.
absolutely. So it is taking place next weekend. So it's starting between Friday, October 10th and Monday, October 13th. We're doing a virtual 5K. It's a run or a walk. Um, I am a runner, as you said, so I will be running on Saturday morning and then I will be walking shortly there afterwards. I am also doing a walk with somebody on Monday the 13th. Um, Folks can support us in multiple ways. I have a team, so you can certainly contribute to me. And Sean, if you can put the link in there, that'd be amazing. But we'd also love to have other runners or walkers who can start their own team and do a little fundraising for us. Let your friends and family know that you're doing this. Ask for $25, and those $25 add up, and they support our work. At the Older Adult Center, we are government funded for most of our work, but the Older Adult Center, every meal we only get reimbursed $5. It costs us 6. So
Mm,
every time we serve a meal, we lose a buck. And things like this walk at Walk Run help us pay for those things. And one of our outreach workers is not funded through city funding. We have to raise the funds to pay for her, and so to get a Haitian Creole outreach worker out in Brownsville and East New York, where we know there are people that are speaking that language,
mhm.
we need to keep paying for her, and so this run also helps keep that going.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts to get this thing done, but you guys are doing it. We're doing it. And this run sounds really exciting. Carrie, how can people be more a part of it past the run? Will the donation site be still up after the run? How can people continue to
Absolutely.
donate?
There is always a donate button on our website. So you can always give that way. If you're not comfortable giving on the web, you can also, if you click the donate button, there's options to call us. You can mail something. We accept stock. If you want to give us something, we'll take it. In terms of support.
Awesome.
And think about volunteering. We have wonderful volunteer opportunities. Some of them are ongoing. Some of them are one time. We have a fun Thanksgiving activity we do every year. We always need volunteers for that. So yeah, come to the website, check it out, make a donation, sign up for volunteer information, or just learn more about our programs. You probably know some caregivers in your life. Make sure they know about it because they could probably use some support too.
Yeah, yeah. Any final thoughts you want to share, Carrie, about Heights and Hills, about the future of Heights and Hills, or about anything else that you guys are doing for the rest of this year?
Um, No, I just so happy that you had me back. And Sean, I love getting to watch all the things you're doing. Your races are so inspiring. I my max is a half marathon. I do not do the full ones. Every once in a while, I think, "Oh, that looks fun," and then I remember how much my feet hurt after the half, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I think maybe a half is solid for me.
Yeah.
But I always love seeing you out there on the courses, and very excited to be watching you train for Boston.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love seeing you out there too. I missed all of the 5K series this summer. I don't know where we were, but
I did too. I did
yeah.
too. And then I was injured for part of the summer, so I'm just
Uh
now getting back to running this month or
yeah.
September.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good. Maybe next year we'll hop back in there again. But
Yes,
until
definitely.
then, I appreciate you being on the show. I'm going to definitely put in all the show notes for the link for your page and for the Heights and Hills pages as well. And folks, go on there and give. They're doing great work in the community. And like you, the thing that really caught me just now as we close, you're paying $5, or we get $5 per meal, but you're really paying six. So you said every single time someone gets a meal, you're giving $1 out. And I'm just thinking about how many people can just give at least $1, at least
Yeah.
to support at least that initiative, right? We can continue to feed so many more people to even out the plane for what Heights and Hills is doing for the community. So I'm gonna go out there and run with you guys on that day, either virtually or in person. I'll see what the schedule is looking like, but I will definitely contribute, and I hope others will contribute as well. So, Carrie,
Thank
thank you so much for
you.
being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem
And
at all.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, I'll see you soon.
All
And folks,
right.
she said so many great things, so many poignant things. Continue to go out there and support Heights and Hills and the great work that they are doing. And don't forget our quote from today, which was by Mahatma Gandhi. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Let's continue to serve, to continue to have that big charity heart, and continue to be more today. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.